piece. I'm going to talk today about 3 things that's problems with the way that the machines are interpreting data that I believe is leading us to make bad decisions on behalf of advertisers or anything in that area. And I'm going to talk about the most powerful supercomputer and how that processes information, because it's a really good example for some watch-outs for us. But I'm not talking about Watson. I'm going to talk about the brain. The brain and how it operates and how it processes information is our filter of the world. How the information comes in and how we work it through our brain and how the decisions we make beyond it is critical to everything from, whether we accept global warming, whether we think Donald Trump is a good president or not, and whether we think digital or TV is the right investment vehicle. The UK last year, my home market, 11.55 billion was invested into digital advertising. That's over 50% of all paid media investment goes into digital. I started selling advertising in the UK when that was £50 million back in 1999. So it's grown enormously. This was a couple of days ago. Facebook's share value is $458 billion. Google's share value is $815 billion. So what would happen if digital wasn't as powerful as investment and growth indicates? Just jump back 1 sec, just on that slide. Let's just say, pay a hypothetical question, that digital was half as effective as we think it is. Just half. Surely that would mean that Google's share price would fall dramatically. Facebook's share price would fall dramatically. So the reason I talk about this is these are some of the considerations when we look at advice and recommendations about the data around digital that we have to take into account as we go through it. So we did look into it, and we've been looking into it for many, many years. Ubiquity has one of the largest and leading econometric practices in the world, and we work with lots of advertisers. We've done 500 ROI econometric studies looking at all different media and reviewing a client base of 58 billion in investment a year. Do you know what we find? On average, digital is the worst ROI medium of anywhere you can put your money. TV, as it stands, delivers a 3-time ROI of digital. And yet, I am constantly hearing advertisers and agencies and people on the outsides and VCs talk about, we should take money from TV and we should put it in this nice new shiny object over here because we've got a blockchain RTB millisecond integration that uses pipework that goes into a DMP. It's fantastic. And advertisers sit there and go, yeah, I don't want to look stupid in front of you, so I'm just going to nod. But the other one here is just one little stat. This is how people can confuse data around it. Viewability, most people here will know about viewability. We talk about impressions, and then we talk about viewable impressions. Now, this research is from Lumen Research, who do eye tracking software. So we go, hey, I've got a 60% viewable rate. That's fantastic. That's better than average. Yes, I win. Well, actually, what we realize is even if the ads are on screen and viewable, they're not actually viewed. But this bottom right corner here, of the ads that are viewed, only 9% were viewed for greater than a second. 9%. Seriously, what the fuck? It is literally like 9% of that ad. But I don't know a single person who profits from making money from digital advertising who would go in at the front and say, by the way, we want to sell you some information and we want to invite you to buy some advertising. This is our stats. This is how good we are. Because if they gave that to you, if Google gave that to you, I doubt there would be as much investment into it. And that comes back to this bias thing. You are being given information, but you are being given self-serving information or filtered information. So just to come back to some of our ROI studies, just in case people were sitting there thinking, oh yeah, but that's just overall. So this is for an FMCG advertiser. As you can see here, TV is still the dominant medium by a long way. Digital display, far on the right. And I would put mobile display even further on the right than that. Automotive. TV really, really big. Again, digital over there. Interestingly, VOD further to the right. And this is driving this challenge that we're seeing, is that the actual share of spend in TV is not corresponding to the share of profit. TV is actually underinvested today, as a general, across all of our data points we got, versus other medias. So, the canny advertiser could be going, well, actually, if all my other competitors are going over here, and investing in stuff that isn't working and maybe not driving it, maybe I'll think over here. Now, we're not saying rush back to TV, in that area, but we are saying understand the data for you as an advertiser driving in that area.